Good day. Hope everybody out there is having a good one. This is your first time to the channel. What we do here is we follow people's suggestions rather than following algorithms. So let's find a whole bunch of more music than we ever would have found any other way. Even bands from our side of the pond and all over the place, and different music from all over the musical spectrums. So yeah, if finding new music and all that is what you're into, you've come to the right place. Hit the subscribe button and take a look around. We got a lot of playlists and a lot of awesome stuff to check out from all over the world. And one that's we actually covered this here on the channel before, Falling in Reverse. I remember, I think the last time we were talking about him, he had some beef with Anthony Fantano, somebody that he's been a creator on YouTube for a long time, been in the music sphere for a long time, but yeah, I don't know, I think he's more just known for a clickbaity type of guy, but I don't watch his content a whole lot. I just know either people love him or hate him. So yeah. This is a song that Falling in Reverse did, I believe, with Marilyn Manson, and it's supposed to be live in Tinley Park. So let's check this out. Falling in Reverse, God is a Weapon. Okay, so it's not complete. Like video.
Can't stop from sinning. My halo's just a hole. The deeper that I get inside you, the deeper you will fall. Say that God's a weapon, well I'm a hand grenade. You try to take this ring from me, watch me detonate.
Stage setup, man. Look at that. Jesus. They're in competition with Nightwish for the amount of fire you shot. Next, you'll see they'll just set the stage on fire and partially live. they got so much awesome live footage too. Yeah, way cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Now, again, I love the footage. Now, is that isn't that his wife or something like that? In real life, it could be that she just looks like her, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Um, love the stage setup. It's such a neat way of like it's like this multi-layered thing, and yeah, I've seen some pretty neat stage setups. And as far as like a front forward facing stage, this is a pretty neat setup. Gives the band enough room to run around, do their things, get down, but not, get set on fire. Because we know that that has actually happened a few times with bands. Most notably with James Hetfield. He took a real bad one. But yeah. This I don't I think if anything it was like it's like, because with any live album, I don't want to like give away the secret, but most live albums aren't totally live. They go back and they polish things up. It's how it's done. The live shows are never perfect. Things happen. Sometimes sound on a speaker went out for no particular reason, and you're in the middle of recording all this. You got to make up for that on the other end if you're gonna present this as a live. So there has to be some overdubbing at the end of the like famously one that you can find a great example of and think great man to be celebrated anyway that you should have in your collection. Ozzy Osbourne's Speak of the Devil. If you listen to the actual live version, the band's on point. The band is 100%. Ozzy, not so much. His lyrics were, overdubbed back, and I know of other shows that I've personally been to and saw there was an issue on the stage, but when I heard that actual, it wasn't there no more. Or if you turned it up, you could barely hear that they had, turned that way down and then dubbed over it with, in that case, it was the bass was glitching out and crackling. Something was wrong with their pack and their wireless pack. So they had to switch out. Well, that show was all being recorded for, the fans and everything, and it was on being sold. So when we listened to it back, those mistakes that we knew were there weren't there because again, not every show is 100% perfect, even with all the assistance that shows get nowadays in comparison to what they used to. Now again, not going to get into this argument about backing tracks, all that stuff. We've been using semitones, recorded overdub stuff with trumpets, all sorts of different instruments that you don't see on stage, but you hear coming out the speakers. You never paid it any mind before. Don't start now. It's just the technology's gotten a little bit too good, I think. And, people want to feel like they're watching an actual live experience, not somebody just come out and play like it's like Milli Vanilli had to give back an Oscar or whatever over that shit, and nowadays it's like common practice. So that's all I'll say about that. But we're not totally on a Milli Vanilli level here, but still, backing tracks can be overused by some bands, and most notably Eddie Trunk had an issue with this band, and there's been pissing matches with these guys back and forth for the past year or so now. And Eddie Trunk, he's from the old school shows and stuff like that, but you know, just because he has connects with, people and music and stuff, doesn't necessarily mean he knows a whole lot about music production, or how the live show is even produced. Because if he did, he'd know that he's talking out his ass. We've been doing this shit. Case in point, Aerosmith. Dude looks like a lady. Or Ragdoll. There's trumpets, all sorts of shit going on there. When you go see them live, and there's plenty of live stuff to prove it. Permanent Vacation was made back in 1989, 1987, something like that. And there the trumpets are live, right there to be heard, live in the show, because it would sound weird without them, right? So they put them in the show. That shit's been there the whole time, Eddie. You just never knew it. You were too dumb, too caught up in the show to actually realize it. And like I said, another argument for another day. I think I've said enough. Paul in Reverse got his weapon. What do you think? Let me know. We got tons more news, reviews, reacts, all sorts of awesome stuff to check out. And definitely, you guys leaving a lot of awesome suggestions. We're trying to get to as many as we can, as fast as we can. But definitely want to try to bounce back and forth as much as we can. So keep them coming, and definitely go check out some of the bands that we have. We'll have you all linked up, and we got tons of playlists for you to check out. Bands, regions, by band, by artist, all sorts of different stuff. So, have fun doing all that, and leave a comment of a suggestion of an artist or a band that we should be checking out, and we will do just that. And otherwise, have a great day. See you on the next one.